So hey guys, this is Sumit and welcome to That Frontend School. Today we'll be starting with an intro to React.js. This is my first video on this channel. Let's hope it goes well, right? Even before starting with the intro to React, and we'll first try to understand why React and what exactly is React, right? So even before starting that, I need you to take care of some prerequisites for me. Okay, first one is HTML, the second one is CSS, and the third one is JavaScript. Let me show you one of the first apps that we'll be making and what exactly do I mean by prerequisites. So the first app that we'll be making is a click counter, right? It's simple. Once we click on the plus button, the counter increases by 1. Clicking on the minus button, counter decreases by 1. And let's say when we click on reset, the counter resets, right? And here's a small link. Okay, yeah. So by those prerequisites, what I mean is you should be able to make this whole app CSS included, right? With just basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. If you are able to do that, let's continue. If you are not able to do that, stop this video right here. Go back to YouTube, go back to some other resources, maybe freecodecamp.org. I'll make sure to link down those resources in the description. Just go visit those resources and make sure you're able to do this much before starting the course, right? For those who are still here, let's continue. What's React? If we go to the documentation here, we can read that React is a JavaScript library for building user interfaces, right? What do we mean by that? Simple. It's a JavaScript library for building user interfaces. But why React, right? Why React? We are here to understand that. So basically, there are two things. React is declarative and React is component based. What do we mean by declarative and what do we mean by component based? So as far as component based is concerned, we'll be trying to understand this in during our first application, that is this click counter, right? Let's just close this for now, and we'll first try to understand what does declarative mean and why should we care about React at all, right? Okay, so to get started with this, I have this small exercise that you can work around with me, right? I'll make sure to link it down in the description, and just click on that link and click here on the code button. Click on HTTPS, copy this link, come here, open the terminal, command prompt in Windows, terminal in Mac and Linux, right? And go to a folder where you can keep all your stuff, right? For me, it's desktop, coding, then folder, TFS, then okay, no, not this one. Let's just go here, and what you can do is git clone the copied URL and you can paste, or I'll also paste these instructions there in the description. Okay, now let's cd into that folder, that is React Fundamentals, and I work with Visual Studio Code. You can install any other code editor that you want, right? Let's just open that code editor, right? So here's VS Code. Yeah. Okay, let me just take it to full screen. Yeah, so we can see these three files, right? Before getting started with this exercise, we need an extension called as live server, right? If you don't have this extension, please install it. And what you can do is command shift P live server, and you can type live server, or in Windows you can do control shift P and type live server and open with live server. Okay, click enter, right? Choose 01 HTML for now. Okay, so yeah, we can see that, open this file and we can see that there's nothing here. So what's the goal of this exercise? Okay, so we have to get something like this. Let's do a class equal to root and then a div with the closing tag. Okay, yeah, a div, and inside this div we need a hello world. Okay, this is pretty easy, right? We have this hello world. Here's the catch: we cannot use HTML for this. We have to use the script tag strictly. Okay, how do we do it? So if you guys want to solve it with and if you guys want to pause the video here and solve it, go ahead and come right back. for the solution, but I'll just go ahead and start writing the solution, right? The first thing that we do is write a script with the type of module, right? The next thing that we have to do is create this div. Oh, sorry, it's not a class, it's an ID, okay? Why are we doing ID equal to root? It's a small convention that is being used in React community, so we'll use that. But yeah, essentially, everything in here lies inside this div with the ID of root, okay? So yeah, first thing that we have to do is create this ID of root, okay? What do we do for that? So let's just say const root equal to, how do we create an element? It's that simple, right? Document dot create element, and we don't want a script here, we want a div, right? Now we have to set the ID of this div as root. So let's do root dot set attribute ID as root, right? Now what do we have to do? We have to append this root div to the body of our HTML, right? So how do we do that? Document dot body dot append child root, okay? Now we have to create another div inside this. Let's create const, okay, inner div as document dot create element div, right? Now the inner div has some text element, okay, there are no suggestions for it. So inner div dot text content equal to hello world. Then afterwards, what do we have to do? We have to take the root element and append this inner div to the root element, right? How do we do that? Can we do root? No. Let's do document dot get element by id root. Okay. Document dot get element by id root, and then as you saw the spoiler, it was append child inner div. Let's see if this works, right? Oh yeah, we have hello world. Let's just see the output of what happens here, right? I guess you should be able to see this, right? So we have this script element, you can see this, right? And inside the body, here's a div, here's a div, yeah, and this div is getting another div of hello world, right? Tell me one thing. Okay, I think this should be visible enough for you. First we created this div, then we gave it an ID of root, then we gave it a doc, then we appended it to the child, but then we couldn't use the same root, right? We created another inner div, we added the text content to that inner div, and then we got this root element from our document, and then we appended a child. Isn't this like a really bad experience for us, right? If you agree, let's go on the second exercise, right? So in this second exercise, what we have done is we have already declared a root. Now we have to do the same thing. What we have to do is we have to give a div, and inside this div, we have to write hello world, right? This is essentially what we'll be aiming for, but this time around we'll be using a little bit of React for it, right? And to use React, we will be importing two packages from the unpackaged CDN, right? First one is React version 17, which is the latest version as of this recording, and the second one is React DOM. Okay, so React gives us the capability of React, and React DOM interacts with the DOM to update the elements. Okay, and again we have to start writing our code here. Okay, so how do we work with React? Pretty simple. We do none of this. Okay, quite literally none of this. React is declarative by nature, and what do we mean by that? We'll see it just in a bit. Okay, so in order to work with React, first we need to get the root element again. At the end of the day, there has to be something, some way where we append everything that we have to do inside this root element. So in order to get the root element, what can we do is const root is equal to document dot get element by id root. So we have our root element, right? Now whatever we do is going to be completely different, and you will see what do we mean by declarative. Okay, we'll first create an element. Okay, how do we create this element? We go react dot create element. Okay, now this element first of all, we have to write div. Okay, that is the type of element that we want to create. Now after that, we have to give the react.create element an object. What does this object do, right? This object has two keys. First is class name. Okay, container kahan se aa gaya, we don't know, but let's just say class name and some class name of ASG or whatever, right? And then the second key is children. Okay, and our children can be anything. Our children can also be a react element. Okay, right? What's happening here? Let's just first write hello world here, and I don't know, let's do a console log and see what happens. Okay, it's giving us nothing. Okay, we are still in the first file, my bad. Come here, go back, or what you can do is also 02.html, right? Something came here. Okay, what is this? The type of symbol react element. Okay, and it has something called as props. First one is children, second is class name. We'll understand what props are as in when we start with our first application, but what we can understand by seeing this is whatever we passed inside this curly bracket or whatever we passed in with this object is called as a prop, right? And do we have type? Yeah. So we have the type of element that is a div, right? But now how do we give this element to our body root, to our root element here, right? How do we do that? In order to do that, we use this library called as React DOM. Now React DOM gives us something called as React DOM in the global object, and here what we do is we use the method React DOM.render. First thing that we pass is the React element, and the second thing that we pass is our root. Okay, let's just see what happens once we do this. And yeah, we see a hello world here. Let's go to elements. We see div id root, div class ASD hello world. So essentially this class name was converted to a class in React, right? Always remember this, in React we never use class because React is a JavaScript library and class is the keyword for JavaScript, right? So we always use class name whenever we are writing React code, right? And when we have to give classes to our divs, okay, or any other HTML element, right? And then whatever we have to put inside that div element, right, we have to pass it as children. So our hello world came here as children. Okay, you can see this, right? Yeah, this is the hello world that is being rendered here. But as I told you, this children can also be a React element. Okay, let's try this. What if we do React dot create element? Let's do a p tag for now. Okay, and let's do this. Let's not pass a class name this time around. Let's just do children, and let's do hi again. Let's see what happens. Yep, we see this. So we have a root, we have a class of ASD, we have hi again. So what's the difference? What's the difference between this one and this one? Let's just do a split screen. Okay, you see, in this one we had to tell our JavaScript each and everything and how to do it, right? So basically we had to tell it to create an element, right, and then set the attribute ID of root, then append the element to the body, right, and then create an inner div, then write the text content of that div as hello world, and then give this div or append this div to the root element, right? Whereas here what we are doing is pretty simple. We are getting the root element, that is our base div. Okay, then we are creating a React element div and we are giving it a class name of whatever ASG or whatever, right? Then we are telling React element that you have some children. Then we are creating another React element inside that children P, okay, and then we are giving that paragraph tag some more children, right? Children is basically anything that lies under that tag, okay, and the final child of P tag is hi again, right? And then what we do is we take this element and we give it to the React DOM to render this element inside this root tag, right? Did we anywhere use append child? Did we anywhere use set attribute? Did we anywhere use the DOM's create element method here? No, right? So what React does is React takes all the complexity of manipulating the DOM from us. What we do is we tell React what to do, not how to do it. So what do I mean by that? It's pretty simple, okay? Here in the first example, okay, if we just even forget about this part, okay, we had to tell JavaScript to create a div, right? We have to tell JavaScript to add the text content as hello world. Then we had to tell JavaScript to get an element with the ID of root and then append the inner div to that div. If we take this into consideration as well, we had to tell JavaScript to create an element called as div. We had to tell JavaScript to set the attribute ID of that div as root, and then we had to tell JavaScript to append this element to the body, right? In essence, what I'm trying to say is we had to give each and every instruction to do one simple thing, right? Whereas here, what React did is in react.create element, we told React to create a div for us, which should have a class name of ASD. So there is no set attribute here. Okay. Then we had to tell it to create an element of P. Mind you, we did not use this div dot append element P, right? Append child P. We did not write any of that append child shit here, right? Then this child has again has children, which is hi again, right? Now this children should be P dot text content, right? But think about this. This div also has children, which works as append child, right? And this P also has children, which work as what? Text content for React or for this application, for whatever we are doing right here. But did we differentiate between this children and the or I mean, did we differentiate between append child or what text content? Did we even think about it? No, right? We just told React that we need a div with a class of ASD, and inside that we need a paragraph tag with a inside paragraph tag we need hi again. That's it, right? And then we gave this element to React DOM to render inside the root element, right? And it did it by its own. React DOM understood that this children is basically appending some child here or appending some element here, and this children is giving me the text content. Okay, mind you, this is the difference between telling what to do and this is how to do it. So the most basic difference between a declarative and an imperative thing is, let me first write what is declarative, right? Whereas this is declarative, right? And this is imperative. Let me use a layman example, right? If I want to tell you to get me some water, right? What will I do? I'll tell you to bring me some water. Or in humble words, can you get me some water, right? I'm not gonna tell you where the kitchen is. I'm not gonna tell you how to reach to the kitchen, how to grab a glass, how to fill the glass with water, and how to come back to me, right? This code is essentially doing that. It's saying how to go to the kitchen, how to grab a glass, how to fill the glass with water, and how to come back to me, right? Whereas this code here, I just gave the instruction to grab me a glass of water and it did it on its own, right? So this is called declarative, and this right here where we give instructions, each and every instruction to our code, is called as imperative programming, right? So if you understood that, here's one problem with this code, right? If we go on writing react.create element again and again and again, and if we go on writing this syntax, this is going to be a big problem for us, because this is not easy to do at all, right? In order to have a good experience, what React developers did is they created a plugin. I mean, not React developers exactly, but people who wanted to work with React, they created this plugin called as Babel. So to work with Babel, let's just click on the third exercise here, right? Now, what Babel does is Babel takes HTML like code, the code we are already familiar with, and converts it to React. Let's just see how it does that. Now again, the goal here is same. We have to have a div id of root, and we have to give it an element here, not actually here, it's a mistake, right? We have to write it here. So my code here, okay, we have to write our code here, come out of that script tag, okay, right. Now let's just add another script tag here. Oh, don't write caps, okay, small script, okay. Now what Babel does, okay, what is this and what we are doing here. uh let's first see what we are going to do this time around. I'm gonna write the whole thing first and explain it to you later, okay. Let's create something called as an element, ment, and this time around let's use HTML, okay. Let's do div, give this what class name, what do we want to call it this time? Let's do it test, okay. Let's close the tag, okay, and let's add a paragraph tag, right. We let's also give this a class name of ASD this time. Let's not do that. Anything, okay. I don't really care about that. Let's do hello world url, so many spelling mistakes, okay. Now what do we do is react dom dot render, same thing again, right. Element dot document dot get element by id root, but inside the script tag let's just add a type of text slash table, okay. Let's just go here and let's go to 03 and let's reload. Did not work. See, why are there two script elements? Let's get rid of this. So react dom is not defined, okay. Yeah, you see there's a spelling mistake. React dom, DOM needs to be capital and R needs to be capital. Please make sure of that, okay. Yeah, we do get hello world here, right. Inside this root we have a div id of test, div with a class of test, then we have a div with a class of qwe, and then we have hello world, right. What's happening here, okay. Yeah, okay. So if we remove this, let's see if this works or not, right. This does not work, okay. Why? Because without Babel we have to write React in this way, okay. But what happens the moment we add Babel and just start writing our components in the way that we used to write HTML, right. We start writing our elements the way we used to write HTML, right. What Babel does is Babel takes all this HTML like looking code and converts it into React code, okay. And we can see the result here. The hello world is visible here, right. Oh, by the way, this looks like HTML, but we don't call it as HTML in React. This is JSX in React, okay. Again, we call it JSX, not HTML, okay. So Babel essentially takes all this JSX, converts this JSX into this React.create element sort of syntax, and then React DOM, yeah, here React DOM takes this React element, converted React element sort of syntax, gives it to React, okay, and then React DOM renders the whole thing here, okay. So a pretty big video, pretty big explanation, but if you understood all of this, we are pretty much ready to write our own React applications. And here's what the first application is going to look like. So if you want to mess around with it a little bit, you can just go to click hyphen counter dot netlify dot app, and here's going here, this is the small click counter. I guess there is also a vibration module involved here. If you open this on your cell phone, it could vibrate. It's not, it won't work everywhere, but there's a small vibration module involved here. So yeah, go ahead and check this out and come back to the next video, right? Until then, see you.